Hey, great Thursday morning, everyone. How are you? Welcome to today, our edition of 15 Minutes to Mastery. I'm Cesar Mascoro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. And every morning we come in here at 8:15-ish. Sorry, had a call that came in here at the office. I'm in Tyler, Texas, over at Mobile Home Masters. And so they pulled me in with a call to the customer, so I was helping out with that. But hey, listen up. Here we go. All right. Every day, every morning, we've been coming in here for the last 3 months. Happy 3-month anniversary. First of all, I want to let you know November 1st is when we started 15 Minutes to Mastery. In all actuality, we started October 31st. But the official title of 15 Minutes to Mastery started November 1st. So today marks the 3-month mark, the 3-month anniversary. We've been sharing daily, 7 days a week, some messages to get you going, some motivation, some inspiration, and applying it to life, applying it to business so that you can get on your day. So please continue to invite people to watch this live or recording. We're on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, on X as well, all right, formerly Twitter. So here we go. Today's quote is this, and I think it's very, very important because I was talking about this yesterday with the training I was doing here, the new hire over at Mobile Home Masters. So check this out. Today's quote says, customer experience is not about avoiding transactional interactions, but more so about creating added value behind and alongside these that are valued by your customer, not your business. That's a pretty long quote there, right? But check this out. Customer experience is not about avoiding transactional interactions, but more so about creating added value behind and alongside these. What does that mean? That's a pretty long sentence there, right? What it means, folks, is this, all right? When we're in manufactured home sales, you got to understand one thing. The title says manufactured home sales, right? Professional housing consultant, sales consultant. But in actuality, what we're problem solvers. All right. We are not transactional in what we do. And if you are transactional in what we do, in other words, what that means is this: being transactional means that there is no sense of, empathy in what is going on, right? That there is no caring involved. You're simply about selling the house. That's what being transactional means. Whereas if you're non-transactional, you actually look to solve the problem. You look to ask the questions in a manner where you're truly trying to find the information needed that belongs in that is in the customer's mind and heart and soul. When you are able to get that information, now you're solving the problem, because that's the reason why they're in front of you. Yes, they want to get a house. Yes, we understand that. Okay. But they want to get a home because there's something driving them to make that decision. Think about it. Most of the clients that we serve, I'm sure, have some sort of, most of them are probably renters, right? Let's go there first. Most of them are probably renters. However, you have to understand something about that, especially in today's market. Renters have been renting for years, most of them, right? And so at that point, they have their housing, whether it's an apartment, a townhome, a house, whatever it may be, right? They have the flexibility to move wherever they choose they need to be at any particular time in their life by doing that. They're not tied down to a certain location. Okay. And so them coming to you to buy a home, there's something going on. There's something that finally made them click and say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and buy a home now. And that's what you need to find out. You need to find out what has changed in their life and in their way of thinking that has now made them decide that they want to buy a home. Are they being kicked out of the place they're living in? If they're renting a house, is the house being sold out from under them? Are they living with family and finally been told you've got to get out? Okay. Renting a family member's home, or is the apartment complex just not what it used to be? Think about it. Some people live in apartments for years in the same apartment. So there's something driving the decision. And if you're simply in there with the customer and they sit in front of you and you start right away with asking them what they're looking for and how much they're wanting to spend, and maybe you ask what they need in the house, and then you go out and show them homes. That's great, man. You're going to show them some homes based on what they told you they were looking for. Perfect. But right there, you're selling homes. And the difference is the way people make decisions, buying decisions, especially for homes, is they're trying to solve this problem. You have to understand, people make decisions for one of two reasons, right? Just like I tell you, people show up on the sales lot for two reasons. They want to buy or they think they can buy, right? And it's our job to figure out what that is. In life, folks, in life, we as humans make decisions for one of two reasons, either to gain pleasure or avoid pain. One of the two. Gain pleasure, avoid pain. All right. I finally decided to go to the doctor. Why? Because I need to avoid the pain. I had this pain going on from a nerve, and I finally decided to get that taken care of a few years back. Avoid pain. All right. Go on vacation, gain pleasure. Right. You finally decide to drop the 20 pounds, avoid pain, the pain of probably having that extra 20 pounds and the pain of whatever other ailments you may have within your health, your body. You also, right, are looking to gain pleasure by being more fit. But the same thing with our customers. They're coming in here looking for a home. In most cases, I would venture to say 90% of the time, they're coming in to avoid pain. They're trying to avoid the pain of still living with family. They're trying to avoid the pain of renting an apartment that they no longer like. They're trying to avoid the pain of their kids getting in trouble at school. They're trying to avoid the pain of the bad neighborhood. They're trying to avoid the pain of the home being sold out from under them. They're trying to avoid the pain of not having somewhere to have their in-laws or their parents or a close family member. They're trying to avoid the pain. But when we're transactional about this whole thing, when we sit down and we're not digging deep into that and we're not finding out what's driving their decision to buy, well, we're not figuring out what that problem is, and you're not adding value to yourself. You're simply another salesperson. And that's why when you're done showing them houses and taking them around, they say, thank you very much. We're going to think about it. We're going to take a look around, whatever it is that they tell you, because you still hadn't solved the problem. You showed them what they were looking for. You showed them what they were looking for, but you did not solve the problem because you don't even know what the problem is. You see, when we sit down in front of these customers and we're digging into the situation, hey, other than not wanting to rent, what has you looking for a home? What in here has you looking for a home? And that the whole reason for that question is to get them to pour out the whole thing they're holding inside. Because if it's that, let's say, for instance, little Johnny's getting in trouble at school and they want to get away from the school district. They want to take little Johnny to another school district. Now everything that I'm doing is based around getting Johnny out of that school district, right? Now I care to help them alleviate this problem. And so now when I'm asking the other questions, I'm asking the questions in order to make sure that I am staying within the confines of what they want, what they need, and what is agreeable to them as far as a budget's concerned, right? Because now I know that I've got to solve this problem. And the only way I'm going to solve this problem, one, is by first making sure that the home has what they need and maybe some of what they want. And I'm also going to help them solve that problem and making sure that the home is going to go in the area that they're wanting to be in, or on the property or the community that they're trying to be in. And then I'm also going to help them solve that problem of little Johnny getting in trouble at school and getting him out of that school district by making sure that what I am showing them is staying within their budget, their monthly budget, because we sell payment, not price. Most people do not come in and buy cash. So if I can make sure the home has what it needs, it's located where it has to be, and the payments where it needs to be, now I'm presenting them the option to be able to take Johnny out of this school district and into where they want him, and will feel safer and will feel better having Johnny in. It's no longer transactional about the home. I'm helping them solve the problem. And because I solved the problem, how did I solve the problem? Found the right house with what they need and some of what they want, if not all. I found the right location, right? Or maybe they already had the location, so that was not something I had to worry about. But I also made it fit into their budget, something that they can actually feel comfortable living in and affording for the rest of these next 10, 15, 20, 30 years, however long they decide to be in this home, right? I solved that problem, gave them the answer to be able to get Johnny out. And so when I'm in the home and we're deciding on which home, and now they're trying to take time to think about it because now they are making it transactional. Whenever you have a customer that you think is fully bought in, they're ready to go. You've answered all their questions and problems, got them everything. But then now they start to balk on you. You have to understand now they're getting transactional. Now they're becoming logical. They're getting up in their head rather than staying in their heart, which was what brought them in the first place. So you've got to make sure that you're taking care of that. And when you're not transactional and you actually care and you actually try to solve the problem, you will sell the home. So go out today and try and figure this out. Ask the right questions, dig a little deeper, actually care for why your customer is sitting in front of you. And you will see exactly what the difference between what you've done in the past and what you're doing now. And you'll see the difference in production between what you've done in the past and what you're accomplishing now. It's that simple. It's that easy, but it's that important. You guys go out and have a great Thursday. And as always, reach out to us. Let us know, hey, man, we've only got 2 days left on our Louisville show offer as well. So if you want to get in on the deck of cards, sales training, 2 calls, and access to our online training platform, get that done right now. manufacturerhomesalesmastery.com/LS 2024. You guys have a great Thursday. Set up a great weekend. And as always, I can't wait to meet you.